Hey guys, so I have some finished projects to share with you. It's a lot of random stuff. None of it has to do with paper crafting or diamond paint. Well, one technically has to do with diamond painting, but it's not diamond painting. So I have been crafting and I haven't been making any videos, but that's just because what I've been doing hasn't gotten done. Like I'm working on a diamond painting for Neil's event, and I was working on cover reminders for Wendy's upcoming event, and then at work, I've been sewing. This is not going to turn into a sewing channel. I hate sewing. I hate sewing. But I have stuff to sew, so I've been sewing at work after I get done with my work. Any hoozles. So I guess I'll start with the cover reminders. They're all Egyptian themed. Something happened to most of these, not all of them. And after I did the first set, I did the second set with some stickers that Wendy gave me. And it happened again. So, let's see, let me find those, these, this, that. I'll pull them up in just a second. I'm just gonna sort them right quick. Yeah, okay, so the first set I had made with the sorry, having trouble with speech. With the cover sheet of a pack of Egyptian paper that I got from Temu, and so I had punched out circles and I did gold leafing on them with some Temu gold leaf, and then because up until this point, all the cover reminders I've done have been with nail polish. So this is the first time using gold leaf, the first time using actual paper, so um after they dried, they turned blue. Most of them turned blue. And so I wasn't sure if it was, and I've never had a problem with Mod Podge Dimensional Magic making anything bleed. Usually the glitter Dimensional Mod Podge, that will make shit bleed. But the original Dimensional Mod Podge, this one, Dimensional Magic, I've never ever had a problem with it bleeding. So I was like, well, maybe the cover paper was just, made of something funky. Maybe if my table's a mess. I have not been crafting over here because I've just been diamond painting and sewing at work. So I was like, maybe it's the cover paper. Maybe it's the gold leaf. The gold leaf didn't look tarnished though, so that didn't make sense that it turned blue, but I actually think it was the gold leaf. And after I show you the set after this set, I will explain why I think it was the gold leaf and how I'm going to experiment and see if I can make some with gold leaf, because I think gold leaf is a beautiful addition. It's messy as hell. My house is very golden right now with gold leaf. But yeah. It's very beautiful, but for whatever reason, I think the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic is having a reaction to the gold leaf. And I'm not sure what else I could use in place of Mod Podge Dimensional Magic, because it is an epoxy, which I need. Epoxy is going to be crystal clear. It's really thin. It's not super thin. It's not like water. but it's on the thinner side, so it spreads easily, you know. Um, so I'm not sure, and I do not want to use glossy accents because that stuff yellows. Whether it's cured or not cured, it will yellow. So glossy accents is out of the question as far as a different epoxy. I'm not sure how well you can see these. These like hieroglyphics. It's like a palm frond-ish, palm frond like fan. This is an Egyptian person. And another strange thing that happened is that it developed like these rust spots. Yeah, you can kind of see the rust spots on that one. Hieroglyphics, hieroglyphics, hieroglyphics. What are you? Oh, this is like an eagle. This is the side of somebody's head. I mean, some of the images aren't great, but I still thought they worked. And even after they turned blue, I still loved it. I loved them more than they. At first, I was like, "Oh no, you know, they're all ruined. All my supplies are ruined." But after I looked at it, I was like, you know, I'm digging the blue. You know, you don't automatically think of blue when you think of Egypt, but the blue was working for me. It was working for me. So there's those ones with the Temu cover sheet of the Temu paper pad. And then these ones were stickers, Temu stickers that Wendy had sent me. I stuck them down onto a piece of like scrap paper. Did the gold leaf around them, although I did not get as much gold leaf as I would have wanted. So there's not as much gold leaf, but yeah, they still turn blue. So it's not the paper's issue. I suppose it could be the bezel. I suppose. I don't know. I I really don't know. I mean, so here's the ones with the stickers, which they are so cute. I know it's not the cover from the cover paper because not all of them turn blue. All of these turn blue, but there's blue around the edges, which is telling me it's not from the sticker. You know, it'd be quite the coinkydink if it was both the sticker, whatever the stickers were made of, and whatever the cover paper from Temu was made out of. You know, that'd be quite the coinkydink. So I don't think it's the stickers. I don't think it's the cover paper. I think it's the gold leaf. It could also be, because that's the only, it's either the gold leaf or the bezel. I'm hoping it's not the bezel. We'll find out. My plan is, because I want to try and do gold leaf again, because I want to do these fairy ones, and I really wanted to use this iridescent, it's called natural gold leaf. I had gotten it from, little birdie, a long time ago. I wanted to use that for some fairy ones. So one, I was going to see if it turned the fairy ones blue, and two, I was planning on using, because I have both the gold leaf glue and the gold leaf sealer name brand, you know, so I won't have to worry about, you know, janky sealer. I was going to try, and after I put the gold leaf onto the paper punch outs or whatever I used for the fairy cover minders, I was going to then put the gold leaf sealer on top of that, which should be clear. And then I was going to try and put, you know, put the gloss cabochon on with the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. We will see if that works. You know, testing to come. Testing to come. So, I've got some stickers in the mail, and I'm gonna be messing around with that. Apparently, cover minders is my thing now. Okay, so cover minders aside, which I'm probably gonna get them packed up and get Wendy's package sent out tomorrow morning because I'm going to the post office. My fairy stickers should be there because I don't have enough stickers. I ordered a bunch of nail stickers, you know, so I was gonna, if they work out, you know, I had bought several sticker sheets to try and make cover minders with them. Okay, so at work, I finished a cross stitch, which I'll show last because it's the bigger thing. But right now, I've been working on this little felt Bucilla ornament kit. Um, that I had gotten at the thrift store years ago. And I had finished a couple of them, but I really didn't work on it too much, because I only worked on it like if I was at a craft fair, which was not very often, and I could bring my tackle box with me. Yeah, I don't like sewing. I don't like it. So, um, I'll show you what I have gotten accomplished thus far. And like I said, this is not going to be a sewing channel. Do not worry. I promise you, this is not going to be a sewing channel. Because I hate it. I hate sewing. I hate sewing. Okay. So these are candy canes. These were, a bitch. These were a bitch. And I will explain to you why they were a bitch. So here are the candy canes. They turned out cute. They were a bitch because of the tight crooks in the cane, which, one would expect. Yeah, these were they were boring, and they were not fun to work. None of them were fun to work. What am I saying? These ones weren't fun to work on, and these ones weren't fun to work on, and these ones weren't fun. I'm doing it because I have the kit, and I have to finish things once I start it. So. Yeah, there's the candy canes. All the ribbons are scraps. A lot of I won't say most, a lot of the scraps came from Bonnie. No, I can't tell you which scraps came from. There's a couple blue scraps I could tell you that did not come from Bonnie. The rest of them, there's a high chance came from Bonnie. So there's the candy. I still have three more candy canes. God, there's 50 ornaments in the kit. And when I bought it, I did not realize how tiny these ornaments are. I mean, they're just little babies, Yeah. I'll be working on the ornament when a customer walks up. I'm ringing up their shit as I'm sewing the ornament or stuffing the ornament. They're like, "What are you doing?" It's like I'm making ornaments at work. Duh. What does it look like I'm doing? Okay, so this next one, these are lollipops. I got all the all the lollipops. I was not loving the color scheme that Bucilla chose for this kit. They are not colors I would choose to put together, but I was not on the decision making team at Bucilla at the time that this kit came out, which next time I show you more ornaments, because I'm not even close to being done, I'll let you know what year this kit came out. So, here are the lollipops. Backstitching the swirlies was harder than I thought it would be. Especially the white swirlies, like this pink one with the white swirly. The pink felt had a black outline. I think these white ones had a green outline. I think the red ones had black outline. But the pink one, you can definitely see the black outline behind the thread. And I use 2 strands. To sew everything together, I use 1 strand of a 6-ply DMC floss. Because it came with the whole bundle of floss, which I'll show you. It's a rat's nest now, but I'll show it to you in just a second. And then for the swirlies, I did 2 strands of DMC floss. You know what? Maybe I'll just get the instructions to show you. Okay, the kit was produced in 1999 when I was 9 years old. So it's got some decades on it. The instructions are shit. The cover of it says like instructions in 7 languages or some bullshit like that. Bitch, you don't need 7 languages for pictures. They're not even clear pictures. Like, alright, here's the... Yeah. There's not even, I think this just says ice skate in 7 languages. I can't read these languages, so I can't tell you. But it just has pictures to indicate a thread. What is this picture? This little picture is to indicate polyfill, which the kit did not include. This picture is to indicate whip stitch. So it doesn't tell you how many threads to use, you know, blah blah blah. It's shit. It's shit. It's shit. Instructions in 7 languages. How about instructions in every language? Because the instructions are pictures. They're just pictures. Alright, so enough with that. Lollipops, did I enjoy doing that? Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck you, lollipops. And I kept, like this one, you can really see it. The ribbon, which did not come included with the kit. I had to supply my own polyfill and my own ribbons. It's way off center from the stick. Like, way off center. It's got that real homemade feeling look, you know? This is fucking lollipops. Alright, what's next? This one I've had done for a little while. Little birdhouse. I don't remember doing this one. I obviously did it, but it was so long ago. I don't remember my experience with this little birdhouse. So, you know, there you go. I don't remember doing this one, but this one's my favorite that I had, that I haven't shown you. It's a cute little gingerbread man. The buttons obviously were not included. I just had some super tiny buttons, sewed those on there. I sewed in all the embroidered pockets, the heart, the bow tie, the cheeks, his face. Oh, that's right. I can't do French knots. I have watched video after video. I have read instructions. When I learned how to cross stitch, when I first learned how to cross stitch, I could do a French knot. I am no longer capable of doing French knot. I can't tell you why. I cannot explain it. But I try. I feel like I do exactly as the video shows me to do, and I can't do French knots. So I just made enough stitches to color in the eyeballs for this little Gingy. So, there you go. There's a cute little gingerbread man. Next is the skate. I have more skates to do. I'm finding out that anything that has this skate, you know, like a sled, a sleigh that I'll be showing you shortly, or these ice skates, anything that has this skate part at the bottom sucks balls. It sucks balls sewing these on here. It sucks balls. And the quality of these felts are not consistent. Some of the colors of felts are a thicker, like heavier felted felt. You know, the felting is more, what do you call it, stuck together, you know. And then some of the colors, some of the sheets of felt that had the printing on it, you know, some of the colors, the felting was very loose. So if you tugged on it too much, it would just rip apart. Which is kind of what the yellow felt does. It's a looser felted felt. So it's not a good quality felt. As opposed to some colors. I think it was I'm feeling. I think the dark green was a good felted felt. This dark blue was a good felted felt. But this yellow, really piss poor. I sewed on a button. I don't know where it came from. Could have come from Bonnie. Could have come from D-Stash. I wish I had sewn it on a little bit more because it's wiggly. And if I had just passed the thread through a few more times, it wouldn't be so wiggly. But it's fine. It's fine. So I have more fiddly fucking skates to do. And then I have this Christmas tree. This one sucked balls. And I'll tell you why. The front of the Christmas tree has two different colors of green felt. One is a good felt, one is a not so good felt. The light green was not so good. And it wasn't me stitching the 3 layers of felt onto a solid piece of felt. It was me stitching the 3 layers of felt to the edges of each other. And when you sew through the edge of a piece of felt, it rips, especially if it's not good felt. So, I spent a lot of time working on this Christmas tree. I was sitting, because I didn't want to stop when it was kind of almost finished at work. So I ended up just sitting behind the counter for an hour sewing this tree. And, yeah, after I got done stuffing it and sealing up the side, then I had to go back and bunch the layers together because they were starting to pull apart. And then the sequins, obviously I supplied myself. The star is hanging on by a thread because the yellow is shit felt, and there's only a tiny spot to sew on the star on the top. So there's the motherfucking tree. There you go. Merry Christmas. And then I have one more that I just got done today. I thought it was going to give me an aneurysm. And I still have one more of these motherfucking sleighs to do. Here you go. Here is the motherfucking sleigh. Obviously the sled part is kind of wobbly, like wavy down here. That's because the felt stretches and it's shit felt. And, yeah. Yeah, it just is what it is. It was just, it was a bitch, because you had to sew the presents in between the 2 sides of the sleigh. And after like an hour of fighting with it, because I wanted to sew it all at once, run my whip stitch through all this at once, I realized I just couldn't do that because the presents kept slipping. And so I ended up sewing the presents to the front half of the sleigh, and then sewing the back to everything. And I didn't get my lining right, so you can see my tack lines holding the presents to the front. You can see that, my tack stitches. And then the ribbon, because the ball of the ribbon was sewed into the sleigh, there was all this room up here in the sleigh's front heavies, and then I had to tack the ribbon to the back of it. It was a fucking nightmare. I supplied my own button. Because it had this little pine branch it wanted you to embroider. It was so tiny. I was like, fuck that. Let's sew on a fucking button. There you go. Alright. So, last thing I have to show you is a cross stitch that I did for one of my BFFs, Sabzi. She moved into a new apartment. So I was already working on this, and then I wanted to finish it for a housewarming gift for her. Here is the counted cross stitch that I did. Where the fuck did I just put that? Oh, there it is. Okay, I got this at the thrift store as with everything. It's a Jan Lin kit from 1987. It's almost a 40-year-old kit. It's supposed to look like that. It comes with a cardboard frame, some patterned fabric to cut into strips and wrap around it, some rope, some paper twist, some ribbon. I'm not going to do that. It's already a dated looking image. I'm going to stick it in one of my vintage gold metal frames, and that'll keep the dust and shit off it and protect it better. I might take out the stitching. It depends if it fits in the frame or not. If it does, then I'll leave it. If it doesn't, then I'm going to be ripping out this Love You Sabzi stitching that I did. I kind of don't like it anyways because it kind of looks like a table, like all this wording. I don't know how to describe it, but it don't mind the dog hair. Um, it just looks like a. It doesn't look like some cute little writing. It just looks like a level that, or some writing that the goose is sitting in between. I don't know how to. I words, brain. I don't know how to describe it, and I'm having trouble speaking at the moment. So it looks off to my eye. I will leave it at that. Did I like doing this kit? No. No. Especially all the white in the goose. This is an off-white Ada, and so you can't see the white as you're stitching it. You can't see what you're doing. So I did all the colors first, then I did the white completely by counting. I did not stop a section until I was finished. You know, if I needed to count 14 squares across, I did not finish that or stop doing that until I finished the 14 squares, you know, counted 14 one way, 14 the other way, because otherwise you cannot see what you're doing. You can't see if you've only got a half stitch in there, or if you've got the full cross stitch in there. So, yeah, this, even the back stitching I had to do by count, because I can't see the white thread. And my, you know, my vision's not atrocious right now. So, yeah, there's that. I was planning on just sticking to the ornaments right now because I want to finish those. You know, I have a long way to get to 50 ornaments. But what I'm finding out is that it's really inconvenient. Oh, I said it right the second time. It's really inconvenient to carry my tackle box in with me to places when I'm waiting, and it's much more convenient to have a side bag with a cross stitch in there. So I'm going to be starting a new cross stitch, but that's just for outings until I can finish these motherfucker ornaments. Okay, so yeah, I have this tackle box. Camera's kind of close right now. It folds up like that. And this is what I work on at work when I'm done working. Yeah, I'm waiting for my coworker, thirsty bitch, to rat me out to the bosses, but little does she know that I am sewing every day when they come in. So they're quite aware of my affinity for not scrolling on my phone and for sewing. They all scroll on their phones. I can fucking sew, so. Anyways, yeah, I've got it loaded up. This is my rat's nest of floss. This piece of felt. Oh, I think my camera's gonna die. This piece of felt I use as a pin cushion. And I've got sequins, bugle beads, seed beads, e-beads, some thread, my polyfill. So I guess I'll end the camera. I guess I'll end the video there since my camera is dying. And thanks for watching this really drawn out long video, if you did, if you're still here. And I will talk to you later. So, adios.